a group of neighbors from Anderson and Scott counties say there is a unique opportunity to turn part of our region's past into its future. We're talking about almost 40 miles of new trail, the Tennessee New River Trail, as it's known, to connect 3 counties. It's an ongoing conversation in Scott County that we have reported before. Tonight, 10 News reporter Avery Gingerich shows us the plan and the pitch.
This project is really unique in that it's a 41-mile rail line. It would really be the longest continuous rail trail in the state of Tennessee, probably one of the longest greenways in the state, too.
Doug Battelle sees an opportunity, which is why the Anderson County neighbor is grabbing drinks with this Knoxville Bicycle Club. Battelle and his associate say this 41-mile stretch of abandoned rail line is the perfect foundation to improve both tourism and the quality of life across Scott, Campbell, and Anderson counties.
It really is like being in Big South Fork without being deep inside the woods.
They envision a network of amenities similar to the Creeper Trail in Virginia, except on flat ground and an hour from Knoxville.
You know, some people are just adamant that nothing happened, and I understand that. But they've got to look at their deed and how it was sold back in the day.
Scott County neighbor Mike Keaton says he supports the proposal, but hasn't had much of a choice. The railroad company selling the land purchased much of it outright more than 100 years ago, which surprised many neighbors. He says he'd rather have hikers and bikers over ATVs on his property, but he's setting up clear markers anyway.
A lot of people worry that when people are flocking together to bike or to do outside things that it'll get noisy or people will tear things up, and that's just generally not true. It's a really good community of people. South Knoxville neighbor Debbie Larrabee says she supports the proposal. A lifelong bike rider who primarily rides on pavement, she says she used the trail as much as possible.
And Avery joins us now. Let's talk about the timetable for this project, Avery, and what's next.
John, the advocates tell me that negotiations with the railroad company could last until next spring. They say their vision is clear and has growing support amongst leaders here and in Scott County, but they're still working on securing funding from either private sources or government grants. John?
We'll continue to follow it. Avery Gingerich, thank you.